It's the 28th of June, 1776, and two events are happening hundreds of miles apart with something in common. Let's talk about it on today's shave. Like I said, on the 28th of June, 1776, in Philadelphia, Thomas Jefferson and the Gang of Five delivered the document that they were commissioned to complete after having worked on it for quite some time. They edited it together, made the changes, and delivered a working copy to the Continental Congress. So for the next 5 days, 52 members of the Continental Congress will dissect, analyze, and debate and put it back together. One of the best and greatest founding documents, and on paper, the founding of these United States of America. Meanwhile, several hundred miles away, at a place called Fort Sullivan, near Charleston, there's a fort being built. And on the 28th of June, the English attacked that unfinished fort. In the ensuing battle, they found that the fort's main building blocks, palmetto logs and sand between them, layers of palmetto logs, proved to be way better defense than the English had their mindset on. In fact, it proved to be nearly impermeable. Merely, well, English cannon fire didn't make its way through. And those two walls were proved to be enough to protect the people who were working on the fort and the people who were defending the fort. So they were able to return fire for many hours on the English fleet, which found themselves unable to breach this fort. And they eventually had to give up. They broke off the attack and went away. And you know, you think about what's in common between these two, you wouldn't think there would be anything in common, but indeed there is. And what is that? Well, let me tell you. The fort at Fort Sullivan, which was later renamed, it was unfinished. It was only two walls. And then the Declaration of Independence, as it came to be called, was not necessarily complete. It was a document still under construction at the time when it was brought to Congress, and it took a lot of hands to get that thing all put back together again. This unfinishedness, or incompleteness, or unfinished, I guess is the best word for it, it's kind of a corollary for what we got, because America wasn't finished yet. They were still building it. It's like they're still building a fort, or still taking place today. It's my thought for you guys to think on. Sometimes you'll hear it bandied about. America is the great experiment. I gotta tell you that the experiment is still going on. We're still evolving. We're still reaching for completeness to make that perfect union. And while we can still think of that, there's still hope for us. What a great shave today we had. I am using the Supply razor. It's an adjustable injection razor. And our soap today was Ombre's Spaghetti Western. I had temporarily misplaced the aftershave for that, but I've got it now. It's a leathery, smoky kind of a fragrance. Very, very cowboy. I know it, well, I guess I might as well use the, this all comes together real good, and it's got all the skin food that you could ever want. This has been missing for a long time, so you can see these things clear full to the top. So now that I've found it, I'm probably going to use it some more. So that's it for today's shave. Thank you so much for coming, and thank you for listening to me think about things, because that's all kind of comes together while I'm talking to you, you know. So if you have some other things you want me to think about, or your history or questions, please leave a message in the comments, and in care of Major Rich at the Shaving Cadre, and we'll get all those with you. Thank you so much for coming. Leave a like, subscribe if you're so inclined and I'm babbling. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.